Good morning, morning.
Good morning. God, I actually feel awake now.
I think after a while he's finally learning the miracles of coffee.
It's more that I didn't have to wake up early today.
Well, yes. You didn't technically have to wake up early yesterday either.
True.
Hang on a second. I need to get something out of my eyes.
The paycheck I'm approving today is going to be phenomenal. Let's see, that's 2 vacation days plus 40 hours, or 80 hours, plus 2 holidays, plus 80 hours, plus 10 extra hours. Even if I don't get any overtime, that's 98 hours.
Which I think you would get overtime.
I think I'm going to get overtime, but I don't know how much.
Yeah. This will be definitely one of those paychecks that we reserve some money so we can pay the player fee.
Yeah.
I'm kind of like, is it still going to be the same amount? I don't know.
Might be lower if you have a sponsor.
It might be higher. It'd probably be this, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know much information. At this point, I have homework and I need to focus on my homework.
Yeah. Money we can take care of.
Yeah. Yeah, we're still. Can you see that? It's blue. We don't have our blankets. The ocean hasn't been giving us many blankets, so it's freezing at night. Because all the heat just comes out of the ground. It's just like, by the way, let's go to space where we want to go. And the clouds like can punch them down. No, we don't have any clouds. So they're just like, off to space we go. And I'm just like, it's so cold. Whereas when we have clouds, it regulates our temperatures. We'll have like a daytime high of like 48, but we'll have a low of like 42. Our temperatures don't fluctuate much when we have our typical winter clouds, but when we have clear blue skies, people are like, oh, I don't like the gray clouds. I want clear blue skies. You want clear blue skies in the summer. You don't want clear blue skies in winter. Otherwise you bitch about how cold it is. Ugh. Meteorology 101, folks. Take the course. You also take geology. Learn about the planet you live on.
Right?
You're quiet. Oh, no, you're not. There's an ad for IKEA over there. How cute is that? I think our goal for this next coming, like, little bit is to figure out, because if we're gonna be re-signing the lease, we have no reason to not move.
Yeah.
We're not, like, being kicked out. We're not, you know, the rent increase is not a pain in the butt for us.
It's not as bad as it is even for some other people.
Yeah, but it's like another year. I think we should really figure out that area right next to the back door. I've had big bucks for too long as big bucks.
We need to, I didn't want to say make this the year that because I don't want to make it a year-long thing, but we need to finish cleaning up.
Well, but just that area, we'll fix it.
Well, no, it won't fix everything, though. Like, the dresser, I want to get rid of those bags. I want to figure out what's in them and get rid of them.
Oh, right.
I'm going to clean out the bottom of the closet, find out what's down there. I mean, I have a 360 down there. I have an Xbox. It's been plugged in once. I ought to do something with it.
You can keep it if you want, or just...
It's got a 4 gig drive. It won't take the newest system update.
Oh.
Well, it might.
Anybody want an Xbox 360?
Yeah, pay me shipping. I just want to get rid of it.
Alright. Been plugged in once. Anyways.
I'll have to wipe my profile from it.
You got too much Bronzors on there? I don't know.
No, I really don't even have to. It's password protected. But then people would find out who I am. People from the internet, hun. Yeah,
well, I'm not sure if anybody's actually followed you from the links on Tumblr, from the links below. Your Tumblr's down there. Right next to mine. It says Tumblr, Mike Caffeinated Life at .tumblr.com and farfromuniquer.tumblr.com.
Someone may have.
Someone may have. Most people have probably followed you from things that I've linked and I've cited you on. So your plans for today are?
Go to work, come home?
Switching hands, kind of.
Didn't know my own. Dexterity.
Resourcefulness. Is that another one coming in? Like a mass evacuation to Hillsborough. Well, no, that's right. There's usually 2 that come in.
Yeah.
Ooh. 4th gen. Noisier than the 1st gen. Like the 1st gen that came by when you were getting your ticket. whatever.
Barely made any noise.
Yeah. Well, it's probably because the first gen, I don't know.
First one was kind of squeaky doors though.
Yeah, the doors get squeaky. I will see you guys all when I get home. I'm gonna rest up a bit, figure out what's up with this shoe or this foot. My workout yesterday kind of wrecked my left legs, which I'm breaking my hips. It's one of the things they said last year and I didn't quite understand. They're like, time to go into training season, gotta break them hips. And I'm like, I kind of get what that means, but I didn't know. And now it's like, good God.
It's your adductors, right?
Me? No. No, it's my glutes, it's my hamstrings, it's my calves, it's the arch of my left foot.
I was talking about the breaking those hips thing.
No, it's because how you play football is not how you walk.
Ah.
You play crouched down and on your toes. Yeah, so you gotta like break your hips. Sort of the idea of like you're not actually breaking your actual foot when you get the Vibram 5 fingers.
Yeah.
But you have to like redesign how your body thinks.
Yeah.
Anyways, I didn't bring gloves, so I will chat with you guys later. Oh, I'm gonna stretch my glutes though. I'm gonna work on posture. So we're gonna go slow. Arms, elbows in. Drum beat. This is so if I can see if I rise up. Down more. Back. Probably getting like a horrible flare. Huh. Well, I can feel what I'm doing wrong. I keep the butt lower. Moving more into a runner's stance than anything else. To be fair, I have good speed. Just wish I had more of the field. More lines rather than the sideline of one field. Try that again. Up. I definitely have the pitter patter down that Mark was talking about. Feet wider apart, more athletic stance. So when I go with stemming, that's left and right like a pendulum. This is not going to come right overnight. I need to get this down to muscle memory. As long as I keep doing this. Weaving. Okay. That felt good. I may not be swinging my butt out enough. Again, this is not going to come overnight. I did pretty good yesterday. You gotta earn it. You have to earn this, to earn the uniform.
Heartbeat to the beat of the drums.
Sorry, the camera's it's on the tripod all tipped kind of backwards on the seat. I really wish I could show you guys. This is adorable. Yeah, I know the thing's just thrown off. So I'm heading to Taco Bell. I'm gonna have to turn you off anyways because they don't like it when I'm just like terribly backlit. Does that help? No. What? Is it Euro players again? Is it? Oh, maybe. Oh, it's USA football. Why are your barricades up? Whatever. Anyway, so I did my fundamentals. As you guys saw the little bits. That's pretty much it. That's the fundamental. From what Mark said, everything else, like specifics. But as a DB, whether you're a safety or a cornerback, you gotta know the jog back, you gotta know the weaving, and the more I do it, the more I video record myself doing it, which is not gonna be every time. It actually took a while to set the damn camera up. Camera. Don't need you tumbling off into the great abyss down there where the frickin' cleats and milk are. Well, like I said, tomorrow I'm probably not going to. I have practice tomorrow, and I'll still work on the fundamentals while I'm there, but I've got a lot of weaving of knowledge to do, and I got to work on the fundamentals in my own time. I'm gonna check in every day that I do it. Some days I'm just going to be like, right now my butt is like, oh my God. We might go to Bugatti's tonight. If we can get to the gym early enough, we might just go to the Bugatti's over there. We don't have to come all the way to this one. Yeah, I'm going to stop recording. Cause battery power! I didn't record anything here at the gym because we're going to Bugatti's. We haven't been to Bugatti's, and watching the thinger of the year-long thing made me realize that they have some pretty damn good pizza, and there's one right next to the gym. So we're getting in the car and driving at like 10 feet. Not 10 feet, 100 feet. I can't do terrestrial distances, I'm dumb. Morning. Everything's fine until I start talking. And then like my brain just like, what's going on? I mean, I fully made coffee this morning. I'm drying out some paper towels because I spilled some water yesterday on the carpet. So there's like 9 paper towels there that were just soaked. So I nuked them. So I made them flat and I nuked them for like 5 minutes. That dried them out. And now they're sitting on top of the coffee pot, which is a generalized heat source. Yeah. So I'm just listening to music, getting my butt sore. Cats, I should really stretch before I even get in the car. Should I roll my leg? I should probably roll my leg. Oh my god. Brad's coming over later today. So again, maybe not much recording. Good morning. Everybody say good morning to my waffles. Good morning, waffles. Anyways, so yeah, that's that. And hot waffles! Oh. Anyways, I'm gonna get my morning ready and leave here in like half an hour. I'll push too hard on my eye. I'm reading the things from the defensive book. Not that I'm absorbing much right now. Ow.
Morning, folks. TJ's at his practice. I'm just getting up. Although I've been awake for a little while, I was reading Pact. Not quite the sequel to Worm, but same author, different universe, same concept of really long story. Brad should be here soon-ish. It's, 10:30. My brain's not working yet. Anyway, let's see. I set this here. Yeah, you totally can't see me. So my morning routine is usually a cup of coffee with plenty of sugar in it, and a breakfast sandwich, so I'm getting that going. And then I'm gonna play WoW, I think. Maybe some Hearthstone. Although this would be my once guaranteed a week chance to actually start working on creative stuff for the game, so I'll probably do that instead. In any case, yeah, good morning. So I realize that I haven't necessarily told you folks about Worm or Pact yet, but before I do, to quote the Beastie Boys, I take my sugar with coffee and cream. Worm is superhero fiction in the style of, I guess in the form of blog posts. The person who does it, don't know their gender, so I refer to them as non-gender specific as I can, is Wildbow. They wrote for 2.5 years, something like 3.5 million words, and it's all superhero fiction in a universe, that works, in a universe that is totally of their own devising as far as I know. Basically, superpowers come to Earth and a lot of people get them. This isn't just like, oh, there's Superman and there's Batman, and it isn't like the Avengers, it's like 1 in 10,000 people has powers. So that's the basic premise, and the story follows Taylor, a girl who was bullied in school, who of course gets powers, because it would be a very different story if she didn't. I'll make sure there's a link in the description, but do be aware before starting it. I've gotten a couple friends hooked on it, and every time they greet me now they start with, "I hate you," because it is a story that will rip your heart out, stomp on it, apologize, put the heart back in your chest, and then rip it out again to stomp on it some more. It's just that kind of story. The next story Wildbow is writing is Pact. It's ongoing, but in the same style, meaning it's blog fiction. Looking to be just as long. It follows a guy named Blake who discovers one day that he has a sister he didn't know about living in a mirror, and that his family practices magic with demons. Those are kind of what's been occupying my time. It's what I've been occupying myself with on the bus and Max. They're good reads, but they are exceptionally long, and they are very emotionally wrought. So, links in the description if you want them. But, there you go.
Hi. I worked myself good in practice. It was good. I worked good. I walked in the house when Aaron, because he drew me a bath, and I basically just stripped off my clothes and sat in the bath, and he was like, "Honey, you okay?" I'm like, I haven't felt this way after a leg day. Ever. This is worse than every other leg day.
How are you?
Very, very sore. But I'm like in corner a lot. At least with our setup. Very simple. It's definitely a place for me to get field time because I can run. I can definitely, turn around and book it. I've been keeping up with Tyrell wasn't there today, but Sante is also a runner. We got a package! Oh my god! Oh, it is today. Whatever. I should go get the package. Get out of there, you dumb key. Anyways, yeah, so we're gonna see what this package is. It's either my compression shirt or it's Aaron's thing from his mother. So that's what Aaron got in the mail.
Yay!
What's it going to be used for?
Actually, a steel Captain America shield. You're tilting.
I know that. I'm so just.
But yeah, it's gonna be a steel Captain America shield because.
Let's pictureception him here. Click.
Yeah, he had to say click because my phone doesn't make click noises.
He's dumb.
Let's hope a lot of these pills have fact. They do. They're nutrients. Some of them are stuff nutrients, and some are not. I threw giant protein shake. I had used the blender. Usually I use the Magic Bullet, and I make 1 scoop with a cup and a half of milk, 12 ounces of milk. So this is where I go in, and I took 2 scoops of it, and I mixed it with 2 cups of milk. Oh, vitamin C. Why didn't you go down right away? Anyways, damn it. You see him right there. So we had Brad over, and I don't remember what I did yesterday. I ate nachos. We were driving out to Coyote Bar and Grill. The Arizona and the Panthers game. Carolina Panthers. That wild card round. And then we talked about various things, which is what Brad and Aaron are really good at. Aaron actually had a little story, and he's probably not going to be awake for a while because I'm letting him sleep in because of my ecstatic mood this weekend. I mean, I know I said this last year, but I really think it's happening this year. Last year I was literally being a hog and taking everything I got. But anyways, back to the story. Well, apparently, Aaron, one of his managers came by and was going to do a call coaching on him, which is basically all those things where you hear the survey for quality assurance. So basically they record the call and the person's on it, and then if it happens to actually get recorded, it gets saved, and they're like, oh, well, they listen to the call and go oh, you could have done this better, or whatever. I'm not sure how it happens, but they take one of those calls and they coach you on it, and they say what you did wrong, what you did right, yada yada. So he came over to give him a call coaching, but then he sat down and says, okay, go into Aux 27 or whatever their teaching one is. And they're not going to get in trouble for being in Aux for a long time or something like that. And he sat there for 15 minutes, and he basically listened to his manager talk about why the Ducks are cool, but why they shouldn't necessarily be in the playoffs. And then it was 15 or 20 minutes, and Aaron was like, oh yeah, and then they spent another 10 minutes on the call coaching. And I was like, for serious? Did you just, because me playing football has allowed you to understand the sport enough that you can keep engaged in a conversation and keep yourself off the phone that much longer while still getting paid for it? He's like, yeah. I'm like, you milk that. You milk that to hell. You be one of those guys. Stay off the phone as long as possible, but still get paid for it by bullshitting about football. If that's what it takes, you do it. Anyways, I need to get, I have underwear on. Good. I'll see you guys probably here at the store when I have more clothing on. Look at that. Yeah. I'm just gonna get dumb now.
Got me a big cart today. They're considered fresh fruit. I'll let him be as picky as he wants. Not as picky as he wants, though. I allowed him about 75% pickiness. But If he's standing there for 5 minutes finding bananas, I'm just gonna pick up some. Your radio is up really loud today. I mean, I know this song's usually a little bit louder than most typical songs, but this is really loud. Sweet home Alabama. Oh. I don't know what I want. We should go straight to yogurt, I guess. Oh, we survived Best Buy with a new chair for me. I suspect that the padding in my chair is going, and that may have contributed to sore butt.
Probably.
Yeah.
Google thinks it'll take me 28 minutes to walk home from here. I don't know why it thinks I want to walk.
Because you usually do mass transit stuff, and walking is a part of mass transit stuff. Pop Murphy's. And then home, bath for me because walking around and carrying 46 pounds of chair from the back of the store up front. I can take care of it here. Nah. Seriously, I was having a man moment there.
Yeah.
I got it. I'll just carry this chair on one shoulder. I'm just standing there in line at the cash register, the chair on my shoulder. Whatever. Sorry, what did you say?
Long stem bananas from the same company that brought you long stem roses.
I didn't even notice that. So we got ourselves a 5-meat stuffed pizza instead. Oh my lord, this is heavy.
Yeah.
It's hard to. I'm not sure if you guys. I know Pop Murphy's is all over the country, but this is. Instead of the Canadian bacon, we got steak on it instead. And we were gonna have the pepperoni put on top instead, but they forgot to say anything. But we still got our white sauce.
So it's gonna be a very tasty pizza, but it's also like 2,300 calories for half of it.
Which is good for my part. And then Aaron, while I'm waiting for the bathtub to fill up, then Aaron's gonna pull down the griddle and make us some chocolate chip pancakes.
What do you want to do about this Ambrosia-like substance?
I don't know. I thought you liked it, so I brought it home. And I don't know, we could keep it. The thing is, I just don't like cottage cheese. That's the only thing that kept me from eating it.
The texture on it was what got me in it, because of the cottage cheese.
Yeah, but, and as you guys saw, I picked up Rolos, because I figured our M&M's went in like a day or two. And they're individually wrapped, which is the rule I made like years ago, like 2 years ago, is that, I'll go pick up candy and put them in the little dish, but gotta make sure they're individually wrapped or they're just easy to grab and pop in your mouth.
Like those M&Ms?
Like the M&Ms. I think it was because I bought M&Ms last time, and like between you, me, and Angie, they just went in like 6 hours. But then I picked up like Rolos, or I picked up something else pretty small. I think it was Hershey Kisses, but it was like a holiday candy cane ones, which are still good.
Yeah, they are.
But it was just that little bit, you can only pick up one and open it, and then you pop it in your mouth, and by the time you've popped it in your mouth, you're like, okay, I've got my sweet out of the way. So my bathtub's filling up. I should pour some salt in it. I'll catch you guys when I get done, unless Aaron wants to record here momentarily while I'm gonna put my chair together.
Oh yeah, I gotta do that.
Yeah, I mean, if you gotta keep recording, that's okay.
Yeah. The only thing that springs to mind is remembering that when I was a kid, I was always, every time I heard it, I thought it was Epsom salts. And I was like, why would the printer company make salt as well as ink? I thought we got that from Morton. Yeah. So yeah, nice thick pizza. And soon we'll be cutting into it, doing this, release some heat, let it finish doing what it needs to. So in case you don't know what it is, this is what a stuffed pizza looks like on the inside. That's bits of beef on top, and then in the second layer there's pepperoni, steak on this one, bacon, pepperoni, beef, bacon, sausage. Steak, and sausage in there as well. All of it with the garlic sauce. So this is just a fantastically thick and delicious pizza. It also, all told, is about 2 normal adult diets for a day.
4,900 calories.
Yeah, around 4,900 calories.
So I think I realized that one morning when I came back from jogging why I couldn't function your keys very well. It's because I can't be acrobatic with them.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because
So
I'll pull.
you handle yours.
Because I'll pull mine out of my pocket and I'll throw them up in the air. But in the process of them coming down and splaying out, I will actually grab the house key.
Yeah.
because that's what I'm used to. Whereas his are just like 6 on 1 ring. I'm like, how boring is that shit? Seriously. Like the geese haven't left yet. They're still in the process of leaving. What is this? Bird? And they're not even, look at, I don't know if you guys can see that. They're like not even in a row or a line or anything. They're just like, of course that's just geese in general.
Those geese are just like, they just aren't settled in for long range flight yet. They're probably gathering.
Well, I think it's because, I don't know. The thing is, I don't know their migratory patterns. Maybe this is their south. You know, maybe their south is just a little bit into Northern California. You know, and this is like, it's warm. 'Cause it's like 48 degrees out.
I do not need this coat.
So he put his coat on this morning. I'm just looking at him from the kitchen. All right. Because,
I'm only wearing it because it all has all my stuff in it.
yeah, that's what he said.
Wait.
Fucking two. Fucking birds are sassing us this morning. Ah, he's eating a Rolo. Still doesn't stop it. It's a speed bump is what they are. I still ate like 12 of them last night. But it's a speed bump. I can't grab 12 with one hand and throw them all in my mouth. I can, but it's just the thought of chewing on tinfoil.
Yeah.
Ha. Ha. La 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 la. Girl. Huh. So there was a Max like pulling in. It was a nice 4th gen Max pulling in as we were kind of, and I was like, but it's only like 32, not a big deal. So I checked the arrival times. It's in like 6 minutes. So that one was really full. So there must have been
Probably also really late.
yeah. Because usually there's one leaving. Like if we get out on time, we see one going towards BTC, and that's how we know if we're actually okay.
Yeah. I
'Cause-
think that was the one that we would have normally seen.
Yeah. So it's like 5-6 minutes behind.
Which isn't too awful.
No, it's not. So I asked Joe last night if I was like, so what do you think of me getting a Julian Edelman haircut? And he goes, oh, I don't know. What's it look like? And I'm like, fuck, this is Snapchat. I can't send you a picture. I can just take a picture of myself or take a picture of something that's on my screen. And I was like, here, just Google him and, you know, look up the haircut. Well, I would if you text me his name. I'm like, dude, I gave you 10 seconds on a Snapchat to learn to memorize how to spell that name. This is the 3rd Snapchat already. And fine, so I text him to him, and then he sends me this Snapchat of him going, Mike, get your head out of your butt. I go, well then what should I get for a haircut? He goes, one that makes you happy. I'm like, fine. So I spike my hair as best I can in this like horrible fashion. I'm like, we'll go with spiked. And he's like, whatever makes you happy. And I'm like, Julian fucking Edelman haircut will make me happy. And we'll do that later.
Yeah.
Because I don't necessarily know if I have the money to do it. And you, the way you were futzing with your hair this morning, you're probably like, I need a haircut.
Yeah. I've needed a haircut for a couple of weeks.
So we'll go after your check to Great Clips.
Or the barbers.
True.
They're more expensive, but they're wonderful.
Yeah. Plus, I might need a.
Yeah.
Because I didn't get one last time. I just got a haircut. I'm losing track here.
When I stepped out, I could see their headlights thing.
Ah. 1st gen. You can tell because the steps go up. Every time I see that ad for the joggers, even though it's United Healthcare,
Yeah.
I always think of the the GIF or the video that goes around on Tumblr of dumb people in Portland. And it's just completely iced roads, and they're like,
yeah,
oh, it's perfect jogging weather. Didn't it? Thud. And she just falls backwards on her ass. And I'm just like, oh my God, and that's the thing. We've got our hipsters, and then we've got our like exercise vegan fanatics, which are the health craze people, and then there's like us.
What are us?
We are Portland.
We are farmers. Dun 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 dun.
No sponsorship, but he sings terribly, so I don't think they want to sponsor us after that. Although the commercials are hilarious. Those are the ones where they have like the Academy. Yeah. Whatever.
Yeah, University of Farmers with the. Did you know that?
Okay, I see the light of yours coming over the hill. At least it's now, you know, like kind of daylight.
Yeah.
It's getting brighter, even though we have.
Yeah, the fact that I got up on 3 consecutive work days an hour later also helped.
No. But what evs?
I do not miss getting up in the darkness.
Hopefully your mood will improve when you start getting off work not in the darkness. That band was like, not that great. The Darkness.
I don't know.
They had one hit song and it sounded like Queen. It seriously sounded like a Queen song.
What song was it?
I don't know. Oh,
Google does.
obviously Google does. Or if you're gonna play the song, I'm gonna have to turn this thing off because
I'm just gonna get the name. Okay, Google. What did In the Darkness record?
it's just The Darkness. Your train's coming.
Video, English rock band. I Believe in a Thing Called Love, Growing on Me, Get Your Hands Off Me Woman.
It's the first one, probably.
I Believe in a Thing Called Love, yeah, probably.
And if you listen to the song, you'll know why it sounds like Queen. They were inspired by Queen. In fact, Derek liked them because they sounded like Queen. But they weren't Queen.
All reasonable.
Yeah.
And here's my train.
Okay. So, that was a very amazing weekend. Between all that wonderful things on Friday, which I'm already starting to forget what happened. Like, I'm starting to confuse. Did we actually, like, skip workout? No, we didn't. I just didn't do much. Anyways, and then practice, which even I exceeded my own expectations in practice. I knew when my legs were starting to have their issue, but I rested them and then got back in. And then I came back out for, like, we were supposed to be switching every 3, but I was switching like every 5 or 6 because of the legs. And I know I shouldn't overdo it. Which still makes it about 50%. I was in for like maybe 4. So I probably should have stayed in more, but this is still the beginning of the year. We have numerous scrimmages, or 7-ons is what we were doing, you know, and there's a 7-on pretty much every practice, so that's not a big deal. As long as I get in every practice 50% of the time. I mean, there's Mo and Bam and, or that's Billy, and there's Ron and that guy, I forgot his name, and, you know, Tone, and we got, you know, D-backs. We've got a couple of them. We've got like 4 or 5, 6, maybe 7 D-backs, but when we're fielding 5 of them, what do you do? So yeah, that's actually looking pretty good. I mean, if you're fielding 5-ish backs, then yeah, I think. I have to look at the thing again. No, I've got that wrong. I am not looking at things right now. So that was that. I just spent the rest of the day. If you were with me, if you were with us last year, you know, Saturdays now are just gonna be, or at least for the next 3 months, are just gonna be like, I am tuned out. And I understand that sometimes I censor myself and sometimes I don't. But like all of Saturday, Aaron was like, "Hun, are you okay?" And I'm like, "Dude, like, remember last year? Whatever." He's like, "Are you?" You know, I almost would have thought I was like high or drunk, because I'm sitting there at my computer, just like staring at my computer, barely able to sit up. He's like, "Are you okay?" And I'm just like, "Dude, it's the same thing it was last year. I'm exhausted, but I've got mental energy and this." And then Brad came over and we talked with Brad, and Aaron got in his like man time, bro time, whatever we want to call that, because he's hung out with people like at work, but he doesn't. That's like, you have to keep talking about work, and then we'll get on breaks and stuff. And then there's like, talk with his parents. Well, you don't really want to talk about something with your parents. And then he's got D&D, but the thing is he's not chatting with D&D. We're playing D&D. And then like nobody else comes over. So yeah, that's that. So that's why it was good to have Brad over. Like, I'd even pay to Brad, like, here's like $10 for like just the gas, you know. If anything, I need your presence here to talk with Aaron. And then we went out to Coyote, we got nachos, and and then Sunday was shopping, and then Gallivant, which I honestly was laughing a lot. I can't honestly wait to see what, like, next week is, because, anyways. I'm getting myself worked up. I will chat with you guys tomorrow, Trek Tuesday, yada-da. Don't know what I'm doing. Welcome to my life. I don't know what I'm doing for Trek Tuesday. Let's twist to the side. Ow, my side!